Greetings, fellow gardeners and soil enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Humus Heritage, where we unearth the wisdom of generations past to create thriving, sustainable gardens today. If there's one thing I've learned through years of working the earth, it's that our ancestors possessed remarkable knowledge about building truly fertile soil, knowledge that's been largely forgotten in our rush toward chemical solutions. Today I'm excited to share with you an almost mystical practice that transforms ordinary kitchen waste into a powerhouse soil amendment. What if I told you the secret to unbelievably fertile soil isn't in a bottle, but in something you're throwing away every day? Ancient gardeners knew this, and today I'm uncovering their forgotten method that will revolutionize your garden with a sustainable trick, all without buying another bag of fertilizer. Let's address the uncomfortable truth about conventional fertilizers. While they promise quick results and lush growth, these synthetic products often create a destructive cycle of dependency in your garden. Chemical fertilizers provide a short-term nutrient boost, but they gradually degrade soil structure, destroy beneficial microbial populations, and acidify the earth beneath your plants. Beyond the environmental damage, there's a financial burden that compounds year after year. Synthetic fertilizers leach through soil quickly, washing away with rain and irrigation, which means you're essentially pouring money down the drain. The solution lies not in more sophisticated chemical formulas, but in returning to time-tested methods that our ancestors perfected over centuries. These ancient gardeners understood something profound: true soil fertility comes from working with nature's cycles, not against them. The transformation of eggshells through charring is nothing short of alchemical magic. When you apply heat to eggshells, you're not simply drying them out, you're fundamentally changing their molecular structure in ways that make their mineral content explosively available to plants. The process begins with collecting and cleaning your eggshells, then drying them completely. Once dry, place them in a cast iron skillet over medium-low heat. As they char, you'll notice them darkening and developing those telltale black spots that signal the transformation is underway. This isn't about burning them to ash, but rather toasting them until they become brittle and show distinct charring. The magic happens at the molecular level. Eggshells consist almost entirely of calcium carbonate, a compound that normally takes months or even years to break down in soil. Charring accelerates this process dramatically. The heat breaks down the crystalline structure of calcium carbonate, creating a more porous, reactive material. When you subsequently grind these charred shells into powder and steep them in vinegar, the acetic acid converts the insoluble calcium carbonate into calcium acetate, a water-soluble form that plants can absorb immediately. This fermentation process also releases phosphorus that was locked within the shell's matrix, creating what traditional gardeners call calphos, a two-nutrient powerhouse that rivals any commercial fertilizer. While calcium remains the star player in this ancient formula, the benefits extend far beyond a single nutrient. Calcium strengthens plant cell walls, creating more robust specimens that resist disease and pest pressure naturally. It's the backbone of structural integrity in plants, preventing common afflictions like blossom end rot in tomatoes, peppers, and squash. But the phosphorus component deserves equal attention. This essential element drives photosynthesis, root development, and the formation of flowers and fruits. Together, calcium and phosphorus create a synergistic effect that promotes vigorous, healthy growth from roots to leaves. The charring process creates another unexpected benefit: biochar-like properties. Those blackened particles act similarly to biochar, increasing soil's capacity to retain both water and nutrients. The porous structure of charred eggshells provides ideal habitat for beneficial soil microorganisms, essentially creating microscopic apartment complexes where bacteria and fungi can thrive. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that wash through soil with the first heavy rain, charred eggshells release their nutrients slowly over time, providing sustained nutrition throughout the growing season. The calcium acetate solution penetrates soil particles and integrates into the soil ecosystem, improving structure and creating better drainage in clay soils while increasing water retention in sandy conditions. The proof of any gardening method lives in the harvest basket, and charred eggshell fertilizer delivers remarkable results. Gardens treated with calphos solution show noticeably deeper green foliage, stronger stems, and more abundant flowering compared to unfertilized controls. Tomato plants develop thick, sturdy stems and produce consistently without the heartbreak of blossom end rot. Pepper plants set fruit earlier and produce more prolifically. Application couldn't be simpler. After creating your Calthaw solution through the charring and fermentation process, dilute it at a ratio of 1 tablespoon per liter of water. This gentle concentration prevents any possibility of burning plant roots while delivering a potent, nutrient boost. Water your plants with this solution every 2 weeks during active growth periods, or use it as a foliar spray in early morning or late afternoon when leaves can absorb nutrients most efficiently. This ancient method represents more than just free fertilizer. It's a fundamental shift towards sustainable gardening practices that honor both tradition and ecology. By transforming eggshells from waste into garden gold, you're closing the nutrient loop in your own backyard and reducing your environmental footprint with every application. Start saving those eggshells today, and within a few weeks, you'll have your first batch of Calthos ready to transform your garden. I encourage you to experiment with this method and observe the differences in your plants, document your results, take photos, and share your experiences with our community in the comments below. If you found this guide valuable, please subscribe to the Humus Heritage for more forgotten gardening wisdom, and share this video with fellow gardeners who are ready to break free from synthetic fertilizers. Together, we're building a movement toward truly sustainable, soil-focused gardening that produces abundance without compromising the earth beneath our feet.